So, hello dear students, today in this class we'll discuss about some question and answer of the chapter simple equation, and today what I will do, all the questions are from your NCERT book exercise 4.1. Now I'll discuss only the question and answer from exercise 4.1 in this PPT. Since the class we have already discussed what are the simple equations and how to make simple equation by using the statements. If some statement is given, then how can we make the equation from the statement? Otherwise, if one equation is given, then how to make a statement by using this equation? We have already known. Then after we know how to solve the equation, that is how to find the variable, how to find the unknown variable of the equation. And after that we knew how to find the solution. That means how to find the value of the unknown variable. That is called the solution of the equation. Yesterday I have told how to find the solution. There are two methods to find the solution of the equation. The one method is the general method and the second method is the transposing method. Okay, by two methods we have already discussed how to find the solution of the equation, and this is the method of exercise 4.1. This is the question number from exercise 4.1 from NCERT book. The question is, complete the last column of the table. These are the three questions I have taken only. So the equation is x plus 3 is equal to 0. Here the value is given, x is equal to 3. That means which value it is? It is the value of unknown variable. The unknown variable of the equation, whatever the unknown variable of the equation, the number is given, or the value of the unknown variable is given at 3. And what we have to do, it is asking that, say whether the equation is satisfied or not. How can you know the whether the equation is satisfied or not? Let us check. If x is equal to 3 here, what we have to do, we just have to put the value of x in the place of x in the equation. Okay, we have to put the value of variable in the place of it, okay, inside the equation. If the resultant will be equal with the RHS side, then it will be satisfied, otherwise not. Okay, so here the equation is x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, and what is the variable here? Variable is x, and it is here given that the variable or the value of the variable x is equal to 3. So what we have to do now, we have to put the value of the variable in this equation, and if the answer will be 0, then it is satisfied, otherwise this equation is not satisfied for this value. Okay, so here x plus 3 is equal to 0, and it is given that x is equal to 3. Let us put the 3 in the place of x. What we get, if we will place 3 in the place of x here, we will get x is equal to 3. That's why 3 plus 3 is equal to, we have what? 6. So generally we know 3 plus 3, let us take me annotate. Okay, generally we know 3 plus 3 is equal to what? Is equal to 6. Okay, but when I put the value of x in the place of x in the equation, I got 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, but in RHS side it is given as 0. Then we can say that 6 is not is equal to 0, right? 6 is not equal to 0. That means we can say this equation is not satisfied for this value. So what will be the answer? Answer will be no. Okay, answer will be no. Understand? This is the first question. Then for second question, x plus 3 is equal to 0. That means, and value of x is given as 0. Okay, that means if we will put the value of x in that place of equation in the equation, then answer should be, its answer should be 0. Okay, the LHS and RHS should be equal. Yes or no? In the equation, always LHS and RHS are equal. Hence, if we put the value of x in the place of the equation, then answer should be it should be equal to its RHS side. That means it should be answer should be equal with 0. Yes or no? So let us check it is satisfied or not. If we'll put 0 in the place of x, then we will get 0 plus 3 is equal to what? 3. And here it is given 3 is equal to 0. Is it 3 is equal to 0? Definitely not, absolutely not. That's why you can say for the value x is equal to 0, this equation is not satisfied. Okay, not satisfied means by this value, this equation is not satisfied means LHS is not is equal to RHS. Okay, whenever I will get x is equal to, if I will get LHS is equal to RHS, then only the equation will be satisfied. Look at the third question. Here the value of x is given as -3. Okay, and the equation is given as x plus 3 is equal to 0. So if we will put the value of x in the place of the equation, we should have get what the value of this equation is 0, right? That's if the equation, if LHS will be equal to RHS side after putting the value, then answer will be satisfied, the equation will be satisfied, otherwise not. Okay, let's check for it. X is equal to -3. Okay, if we'll put the value of x here, okay, in the place of x, what I will get? -3 plus 0, -3 plus 3. Yes or no? If we'll put the value of x, the value of x is -3 here. If we'll put the -3 here in the place of x, what I will get? -3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Definitely -3 and plus 3 is equal to 0. Yes or no? So definitely the last equation is satisfied. Okay, is it right? So what we got now? This equation is not satisfied. I'm writing here. What we got now? This equation is not satisfied. This equation is also not satisfied. Only the last equation is satisfied. Because whenever we put the value of x in the equation, we will get LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, if we will get LHS is equal to RHS in the equation, whenever we are putting the value of unknown variable in the equation, then if LHS is equal to RHS coming, then after only what the equation is satisfied, otherwise it is not satisfied. Okay, so in the first case and second case, the LHS is not equal to RHS. That's why these are not satisfied. And in the last case, if we'll put the value of x in the equation, then answer is coming 0. That means LHS is equal to RHS. So you can say this equation is satisfied for this value. Okay. Okay. Then come to next question. Next question is, check whether the value given in the bracket is a solution to given equation or not. Okay, that means here, as like the first question only, what we have to do, the equation is given here n plus 5 is equal to 19. Okay, and it is given that put n is equal to 1 and check whether n is equal to 1 satisfies this equation or not. Okay. So let's check. Satisfy means what? Now only I told satisfy means LHS should be equal with RHS. Whenever we'll put the value of unknown variable in the equation, in that time the LHS should be equal with RHS. If LHS should be equal, if LHS is equal to RHS, then after only the equation is satisfied with this value, otherwise not. Okay. So let us take the example. Let us take the equation. What is the equation? N plus 5 is equal to 19. Okay. What is the LHS side here? LHS side is n plus 5. Okay. So here it is given that n is equal to 1. Okay. By substituting the value of n is equal to 1. Substituting means by putting the value of n is equal to 1 in the equation. Okay. To that we can easily you can say by substituting. Okay. This one is called a substitute. Whatever we are doing, the putting the value of variable or non-variable in the equation. This process is known as substituting. Okay, so by substituting the value of n is equal to 1, what we get, we have to put the value of n in the place of, in the equation in the place of n. Then after I will get n plus 5. The LHS side is n plus 5. So in the place of n, if we will put 1, we will get 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. But look at here. Here we got the value of the LHS side is 6, but here RHS side is given as 19, whereas 6 is not equal to 19, right? 6 is not equal to 19, hence LHS is not equal to RHS. Hence we can say for the value n is equal to 1, this equation is not satisfied. Okay? For the value n is equal to 1, this equation is not satisfied. Good, very good. Then we will jump to the next question. I hope you can understand all this. Okay. Now we will jump to the next question. The question is, okay, 7 plus 5 is equal to 9. 7n plus 5 is equal to 19, and n is equal to minus 2. That's here the value of unknown variable, the value of n is given as minus 2. Okay, what we have to do, we have to put the value of n in the equation, and we have to check whether this is coming 19 or not. Okay, if the LHS side is coming is equal to 19, that's why 19 that LHS is equal to RHS, then only this will be satisfied. If it is not coming as it is, then this will be not satisfied. Okay, so LHS is given as 7n plus 5. Okay, LHS is given 7n plus 5, and we have to put the value of n is minus 2. Okay, by substituting the value of n is equal to minus 2, we get LHS is equal to 7n plus 5. If we will put the value of n as minus 2 in the equation, 7 into minus 2 plus 5. Okay, 7 into minus 2 means minus 14 plus 5. Minus 14 plus 5 is equal to minus 9. Okay, so by comparing LHS and RHS, look at here. Here the LHS side came minus 9, whereas the RHS side is given as 19. Hence you can say minus 9 is not equal to 19, and LHS is not equal to RHS. Hence, for the value n is equal to minus 2, the equation is not satisfied. Or you can say the value n is equal to minus 2 is not a solution to the given equation. Okay. So if it is a solution, if it would be a solution, then definitely whenever we will put the value of variable in the equation, definitely we will get LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, but if and only the value of the unknown variable is satisfied, or it is if it is the solution of the equation. Okay. If n is the value of the equation is the solution of the equation, then only whenever we will put the value of n in the place of n in the equation, we will get LHS is equal to RHS. If the value of the solution is not there, if this given value is not a solution, then LHS is not equal to RHS will come. Okay. Then next, write the equation for the following statements. That all the things we have done in the last classes. Okay, but still I am telling this is the question from your exercise and set exercise. Hence again I am telling write equation for the following statements. That means some statements is given here. Okay, and we have to make equations by using these statements. Okay, so the statement is given that the sum of number x and 4 is 9. This is a very simple sentence, simple statement. Okay, the sum of number x and 4. Well, why it is given as number, the variable is given as number, because you know definitely this would be a number only. But as here this number is unknown, this value is unknown, hence here we can say this is a variable, right? So here we have to put equation symbol. Okay. In computer, the equation that implies. Okay, this symbol is called that implies. Okay, look at here. This symbol is called that implies. Okay, before the equation we have to put this symbol always. Okay, so here also in the last question you might have seen. Okay, here also put that implies symbol. Not that is not equal to, that is called a that implies. Okay, that implies, it is called that implies. No, here it will be not applicable. Okay, this is not equation. Okay, this is not equation. No, here it will be not applicable. Okay. Only if it is a equation, then before the equation we have to put that implies symbol. Okay, because that in that that implies means, look at there, here one equal to sign is here. Okay, in between that one equal to sign is here. That's why you can you have to put that implies sign before the equation. Okay. All right. So the statement is given that the sum of number x and 4 is 9. So here the sum of number x, suppose one number is x and another number is 4. The sum of two number x plus 4 is 9. Very simple sentence it is. Okay. Then the next sentence is, next statement is 2 subtracted from y is 8. Okay. 2 subtracted from y. From y means first we have to write y. 2 subtracted from y. That means y minus 2. Okay. Here. Sorry. 2 subtracted from y. Okay. Is means is equal to. Okay. Is means equal to. Is 8. Okay. Y minus 2 is equal to 8. Right. Here is the equation. Y minus 2 is equal to 8. Good. Then come to next statement. 10 times a is 70. 10 times of a means 10 into a, right? Yes or no? 10 times of a means 10 into a. And 10 times of a is 70. That means 10 into a means 10a, you can say. Okay. So 10a is equal to 70. Sorry. Here it is written. Okay. 10a is equal to 70. 10a is equal to 70. Okay. Then come to next. These all we have discussed in the last classes. So I am not going through the detail. Okay. Already we have discussed all the things. So write the following equation in the statement form. Here the statement, the equation is given and we have to make the statement by using this equation. Okay. P plus 4 is 15. The sum of number P and 4 is 15. You can say the sum of, here the addition is there. Addition means summation, yes or no? Here plus sign is there, that means addition is there. So you can say the sum. To addition you can say sum. Okay, summation. The sum of number P and 4. Okay, the sum of P and 4 is 15. Okay, okay. Then m minus 7 is 3. We can say 7 subtracted from m. Okay, is 3. 7 subtracted from m is 3. Okay, then number 3, 2m is equal to 7. Okay, 2m means what? 2 into m, right? 2m means, sorry. Wait. 2m means what? 2 into m, right? 2 into m. Okay, so 2m is equal to 7. How can we make the sentence from it? 2 into m means 2 times of m. Okay, 2 into m, that means 2 times of m, or you can say twice of the number. Okay. If we will multiply any number with 2, then we can say this is the twice of that number. If we will multiply with 3, then we can say this is the thrice of number. Okay. So like this, you can write 2 times of m is equal to 7. Otherwise, we can write twice of number m is 7. Okay, both are the same. You can write anything. I'm writing here. Okay. I'm writing here again. What is the problem? Okay, this is one statement. Twice of a number m is 7. Okay, otherwise you can write. 2 times of the number of the number m, okay, of the number m is 7. Okay, as per your choice, as per your selection, you can write anything. Okay, one sentence you can write twice of number m is 7. Otherwise, you can write 2 times of the number m is 7. Okay, as per your choice, you can write anything. Okay, good. Then come to next slide. This question is, Lakshmi's father is 49 years old. He is 4 years older than 3 times Lakshmi says. Here actually the question is, I have left the question, I am writing here. Here the question is, form an equation by using the given, okay, statement. By using the given statement. Here the question is, form an equation by using the given statements. Okay, so the statement is, Lakshmi's father is 49 years old. Okay, the statement is, Lakshmi's father is 49 years old. He is 4 years older than 3 times Lakshmi's age. Okay, and it is given that take Lakshmi's age to be y years. Okay, so here I have taken the Lakshmi's age as y years old. Let Lakshmi's age to be y years old. Okay, then it is said that form an equation. Lakshmi's father is 49 years old. Okay, so I have taken the Lakshmi's age as 4 years old, and Lakshmi's father is 49 years old. And here it is given, Lakshmi's father is 4 years older than, sorry, Lakshmi's age is y years old. Sorry, Lakshmi's age to be y years old. So Lakshmi's age we have taken as y years. Okay, and it is given that he means Lakshmi's father. Okay, here Lakshmi's father is 49 years old. It is given, and here it is given that he is 4 years older than the 3 times of Lakshmi's age. Okay, again I am saying, I am writing here. I have left here. What is the father's age? Given that Lakshmi's father's age is equal to what? 49. Okay, 49 years. So it is given that Lakshmi's age is y years old. That means Lakshmi's age is y. Lakshmi's father age is 49. Okay, and it is given that Lakshmi's father, he means, here, look at here, in this statement, he is 4 years older than 3 times Lakshmi's age. He means Lakshmi's father. Okay, it is said that Lakshmi's father is 4 years older than 3 times of Lakshmi's age. Okay, so first what is given? 3 times of Lakshmi's age. 3 times of Lakshmi's age means, what is the Lakshmi's age here? Lakshmi's age is, it is not coming. So Lakshmi's age is what? Y years old. What is not coming? Okay. So Lakshmi's age is y years old, and given that Lakshmi's father age is 49 years old, and it is given that he is 4 years older than 3 times of Lakshmi's age. Look at here, 3 times of Lakshmi's age. That means 3 times of y. Okay, what is it? 3 times of y means 3y. Okay, 3 into y means 3y. Then by 3y, he is 4 years older. That means 3y plus 4. When we'll add 3y plus 4, it will get 49. That is his father's age. Okay, the father's age is directly given as 49, and it is given that he is 4 years older than 3 times of Lakshmi's age. Okay, 3 times Lakshmi says means 3 times of Lakshmi says. So whatever the Lakshmi says, we have to find the 3 times of Lakshmi says. Okay, then after we have to add 4 years. Okay, we have to add 4 year in the 3 times of Lakshmi says. So what is the 3 times of Lakshmi says? 3y. 3 times of Lakshmi says is 3y, and we have to add 4 with 3 times of Lakshmi says. Okay, so the equation came 3y plus 4. This expression came 3y plus 4, and it is given that the Lakshmi's father age is 49. So we got the equation 3y plus 4 is equal to 49, and this is our required equation. Okay, this is our required equation, right? Okay, then thank you. Okay, so I have taken all types of question, different types of question from exercise 4.1 only today. Okay, and tomorrow I will take from exercise 4.2. Okay. Okay. Now you can do all the questions from the exercise. You do that. Okay, then after we will meet in the next class. Okay, thank you.